Hello everyone, welcome to another day in Shroud with the Avatar. Today we're in the game with Scarface, and I've just lit up my basement so we can do a new video based on the deck system to review the changes that were made in R42. Now in R42 they changed the fixed deck system, so it now has a heat-based system instead of a time-based system. Now what that actually is I need to change my deck first of all. So we'll bring up the decks by hitting the Y key. I've created some decks in this, so let's just equip this one I call the fixed deck. Now, fixed deck, as you can see, of course, is all of the tiles not rotating in any way. Now, this is how you start the game. You're only given this option. You're not given the ability to build combat decks. You have to learn that from a trainer when you come out of the starting zones. So you go to your first town, you talk to a trainer, you can then unlock the combat deck. So this is the first deck or fighting system that will come up in the game, and it's commonly called a fixed deck system. Now before, we would have to strike an ability, and then we would have to wait for it to time out before we could use it again. But as you can see on the heat system, it actually puts a little red bar, which is the equivalent of the timeout that we would have to have waited when it was the old system. So before, you could be waiting for some to come up, to cycle through. So now they've changed it to a heat system. This is to help the new players as well, and also add some interesting combat styles into experienced players. So now you can cast it more than once. But if you cast it more than once, its focus cost increases. So you'll use more focus by casting using the heat system. Now the amount of times you can cast it depends on how many cards or tiles you actually have in your skill tree. So if I bring up the skill tree for me, and then we'll have a look at my double slash. You can see it's at level 71, and I have ×4 on it, which means I have 4 tiles or glyphs, whichever you wish to call them. So that means I can cast that fixed tile up to 4 times. And once I get my level up a little bit more, I will get the final 5th tile. But you start off with, of course, just 1 tile, and then after something like, I don't know what the points are, how many points in the ability you have to have for each tile to give you a tile, each skill to give you a tile. So, but as you skill up, you get more tiles, and then you can cast it more and more on the old heat system. But that's the new fixed deck system. Now, next decks that you come across are the random deck, which we'll now look at that. So we'll equip the random deck, and then what we'll have to do is we'll have to have a look at it, because your decks are built up of the skills that you actually have learnt in the game. So that's the skills. So I've learnt all of these ones in swords, which means that they will appear over here. And I haven't learnt any in the bludgeon tree. So if we go tactics, we shouldn't have anything in bludgeon, he says confidently, because I haven't learnt any ability that I can actually apply a glyph to in bludgeon. So of course I have in blades, so that means that's why you can see all of these blade ones in there when I find them. There we go, all the blade ones. So, and then basically all you need to do is just drag them and drop them across. Now, when you're building a deck, you need to have enough cards or glyphs in there. So let me just take some out so I can explain. There we go. You'll see that I need to carry 22 glyphs in for the level that my character is. The more higher the level of character, the more glyphs that you have to hold in the game. So I now have 3 short, so that means I will have 3 slugs appearing. So let's just show you what a slug is. Let's just go done, and we can go into combat. Now with the random deck, as you can see, they're just coming up randomly, which is how the random deck works. And you'll see that this one here is a tile that you can't use, commonly called the slug. Now the nature of the random deck is that if you leave it, they will degrade over time and then get redrawn randomly from your stack. You need to have a minimum amount so you don't end up with any slugs in your deck. So now we'll go back to the random deck to fix the problem of the random slugs. Now over here I took out some of these abilities. I took out thrust. See, I've got 3 or 4 of rend, 2 more whirling blades in there. So they can be made up on whatever you want to put in there. And we've got R42 glyphs. Now we can have extra glyphs in there, but what that will then do is it means that the tiles that are in the deck means it will come up less because there's more tiles in the deck. So it's not wrong to have more in there. It's fine where you feel comfortable as to how many cards that you actually hold or how many glyphs you hold in your deck. So let's just go into combat so we can see that there are no slugs coming up. Now the other thing that you can do with a mixed deck is you can mix tiles up so that they become stronger spells. So like this one here turns a single and a double into a quadruple slash, which is what's classed as a combo. Or you can stack 2 of the same, and you'll see the number 2 there, and then that means that is a much stronger attack of the same type. So that's what you can do with the random deck, and the random deck uses a little bit less focus cost than the fixed deck. So it's the next deck that you come across. Now, the other things to be aware in your deck building, or things you can do in your deck, is you can mix the deck, which this deck I actually have is a mixed deck. I'll go back to modifying the deck again. Down here you will notice that I've got a locked one here on the health spell, Healing Touch, and this one here is not locked, but it is this particular tile. Now what this actually means is that this tile is the only tile that can appear in this slot. So there won't be any other card that will appear in this slot. Now, you might say, what are the benefits? Let's just go and see. Now you know that I have a fixed tile here, and of course I've got a designated slot here. So let's just go done and go back into combat. Now this one, just like a normal heat tile, I can cast that up to my ability level, which is handy if you're actually in combat. You need to quickly heal yourself and get away, which is what I was saying. These changes in R42 are kind of handy because we would have had to wait for it to time out before we could have cast it again, and then we would have had to wait for it to time out before we would have casted it again. But now with the heat system, if we are in trouble and about to die, we can quickly throw down some healing on us. So then means you might use a little bit more focus, but if that focus means you haven't died, then it means that you'll probably take less XP loss than the death decay. So as I say, the R42 changes, makes some interesting changes of the fixed tile. Now the other tile I put is this one here, which is, that tile is the only one that can come up there. If I cast it, another one won't appear in its space. Only that particular tile will appear when it's time to come up, which is nicely timed. Now what I can do with it is I can use it as a quadruple slash, as a combo. And then another one comes up, and then I can use it again, because I know that card is only going to come up in that slot. Which these are some of the advanced things that you can do with mixed decks. So let's try out combat. Now, the other thing that I talked about was about combos. Now, to find out what combos you can cast at the moment, you click on your combos up here. You can actually filter them out. So I'm going to leave them as unfiltered. Now, the ones you can actually cast are the ones where all three are lit up. So use my quadruple slash, which is made up of a double and a single. With the abilities I have learnt, I can do this one here, which is Sword Blade Sweep. I could also do this one here, which is Smouldering Shiv. Let's see if there's any more I can do. Yep, I've got this one here, Icy Thrust. I think that's all of them that I can actually do. But you could see that I could learn this ability here, and then it would give me the chance to cast this one. So these are special spells or enhanced abilities. So now what they normally do is they mix the two together to give you the fourth. So we've got a single one there and a double one there. That hits multiple targets, 2 targets. That hits 1 target, and it's added together and it gives you damage on 4 targets. Or equivalent of your double slash, so it's a mixture of the 2 kind of tiles. There's one down here. Let's see what it gives us. 11 to 31 physical damage, which comes from the Flame Fist. And it also gives us fire damage, 2 to 5, which comes from that. Just wondering what gives you from that. I'm certain what that one gives you extra actually, but that's what a combo is. So once you add this one and this one together, then of course it will give you this ability. So as you saw me do earlier, I took my single thrust, put it across to the double slash, and then it turns into quadruple slash. So there are more advanced deck stacking systems in the game, but I've covered the most common ones in the game, and I hope you found this video helpful. So if you haven't subscribed to the channel, if you click on the subscribe button, you'll get to know when more of my content comes out. And also, do feel free to leave any comments, and thank you for watching.